So this is the euro dollar analysis for Friday the 20th of October. Now, before we get into the analysis for Friday, let's have a look what's happened today on what happened on the 19th of October. Well, on the 19th, we at in around 8, 9, somewhere between 8 and 10 p.m. We did have a bit of a schism in the markets. We had a big move on pretty much all currency pairs, which was a bit of a surprise, but hey, that's how the markets are. Now, on the 19th, we continued our uptrend that we saw developing from the what I did mention here was what looked like a double bottom on the 17th and 18th, in and around near the 17. Where was that? Near 1728 level, in and around the 1730s. Now prices have come up, broke above the 200 premium average, and here on the 19th, prices did retrace quite heavily from the candle which opened at 9 a.m. all the way back down to 1770, an area of major support that acted as resistance over here previously, but it was a major area of support and resistance. As you can see by this candle which opened, was 9 a.m? Yeah, the candle which opened at 9 a.m. came all the way down to 1770 before retracing upwards quite quickly. So it was a pretty, especially if you look at it on a lower time frame, it was a pretty volatile move to move down that quickly and retrace that heavily over the course of 1 hour. But it continued the uptrend, so the bears had a little run up the market all the way down into the support at 1770, already marked out on the chart, and the bulls retook hold of the market and drove it upwards. So we did drive above 1830 level, the area previously identified as a major area of support and resistance. We have had a test from above of 1830, as can be seen here at the end of the US session. We did post two sizable pars in the context of the recent trend off the level. Now, we were looking at above 1910. That's the next major level, above which we do have 120.30, 120 as well being a big round number. We'd have to take a look how price is reacting around there, but major level being at 120.30. Now, overall, if you have a look at the trend, especially on this hourly chart, on the monthly chart as well, we are in a bullish trend on the euro against the dollar, and we did have at present, especially on the monthly chart, we do appear to be putting in a bull flag. The second phase of the bull flag after the retracement has not come in yet. The bullish move off the retracement. Currently, we're still in the retracement phase of a possible bull flag, and we have to see how that develops. So, in the recent trend, we can see it is to the upside. Prices do appear to be coming down. So, if they do come down to the 1830, we would want to see 1830 hold again before buyers re-enter the market to drive prices upwards, increasing our confidence for prices to reach the 1910 target, above which we're unlikely to see prices trade much above 1910 on the 20th. So break of 1910, a possible consolidation going into the weekend, and we will have to have a look at 2030 next week. Now, if we do break down from 1830 and prices are not able to hold the level, we'll definitely be looking at the 1770 level, which was previously tested here on this what could be termed as a bit of a pin bar here at 9 a.m. on the 19th. So a break all the way down to 1770 to the downside, below which we'll be looking again at this area where we did find buying in the market in around the 1740 and 1730, that within that little 10 pip zone. We'll be looking at prices going possibly down there if we do have a strong move to the downside. Now, overall, that should pretty much summarize on the execution time frame. So if we go out to the higher time frame just briefly, and on the higher time frames, As you can see, I've previously mentioned it, we did have the fan support in and around, it was near parity with the dollar, the euro. And we have come up over the past couple of months. We've had a strong buying momentum. We have had a pullback in September, but the month of October, we do look poised to close bullish, which would be the second phase of the bull flag break to the upside. Now, there are a couple of days left in the month, so we'll have to see how the prices develop, whether we do see some selling near the end of the month. But at present, we do appear to be persisting with the uptrend on euro dollar. So if we go down to the weekly time frame as well, on the weekly time frame, you can see we've come down to the 200 period moving average on the weekly time frame, and we've put in a bullish week last week, and this week we did retrace quite heavily to almost near the lows of last week, but the buying momentum has re-entered the market, and we do look poised to close this week bullish, which again on this weekly time frame we do appear to be putting in a bit of a bull flag as well, beneath the current prices we do have the 20 period and 200 period moving average possibly acting as dynamic levels of support. Now if I go down to the daily chart as well, let's just see where we are. So on the daily chart, we identified this area over here in August where we had a bit of consolidation for a break to the 120 level. Now we've come back down into that area, found some buying momentum. We've had a bit of a retracement. Thing about the retracement, 4 days of bearish price action. The candles were pretty small in terms of their bodies, which indicated not a lot of strength by the bears. And as we can see, the bulls have re-entered the market on the 18th. And especially on the 19th, we have a pretty strong candle to the upside. So if we were to have a look at the immediate price action, we could say in and around here we had a low, and we appear to have posted a higher low, which again is a bullish price formation. So we looked poised at present to test 1910 and the 120 level. So that should wrap up the analysis for euro dollar. So before I go, LCS, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.